How to start a sports card business with only $500 in under 7 days. The reason I think this is important is because there's a lot of people out there that may not want to start with a lot of money. You might be skeptical. You might have your wife telling you not to buy any more cards, but I'm going to show you how to start being profitable in under 7 days. And it's not so easy, but let's get into it. So, step one, you have to determine your strategy, how to make money. There's a few different ways to make money in sports cards. You could buy vintage cards and hold them long term. Probably not the best way to make money in under 7 days. You can go to card shows and flip cards. Not a bad strategy. You could get cards graded, which is a good strategy, but it might take longer than 7 days. Or you could do what I do a lot of and buy high-end modern cards while they're low. And then while they're graded, while they're low, buy them in the off season and sell them as you get closer to the season. So what is the best strategy to make money if you want to start to profit in 7 days? In my opinion, the best one, but not that reasonable for a lot of people, would be going to a bigger card show. And a lot of times you can just buy a card for $100 and go to another dealer and flip it for $140. Very easy, very common. But it's a lot easier to do that if you're at a bigger card show. Some of the bigger card shows are in Dallas and Chicago, places like that. So it's not reasonable for everybody. But what is reasonable for everybody is grading, because you could just buy the cards online. Now, I know the next thing you're probably thinking to yourself is, wait a second, grading takes way longer than 7 days. It does. But so what you would need to do is you can't use PSA. PSA is the main grading company. If you guys don't know, it's where you make the most amount of money if your card grades a 10. However, it takes a month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on the service level you use. So the strategy would be get cards graded by either SGC or CSG. These grading companies you can get your cards back in 3 to 7 business days a lot of the time. So you could buy a card today, get it in the mail, or send it to someone that can send it to them, have them grade it in a few days and have it back to you. It'll take roughly about a week from the minute you send it out to the minute you get it back in. But the question then begs, what cards should you send to SGC? So there's a problem. The reason people don't send cards to SGC and it takes a lot shorter is because it's not as desirable. An SGC 10 is worth probably 30 to 50% less than a PSA 10 on average. So you have to determine what cards you're going to make a bang for your buck. So there's a few different pieces of a criteria when you're buying a card. Number one being the multiplier. So if I buy a card for $100 and I'm going to spend $20 to get it graded, if this card grades a 10, I don't want this card to be worth $150 as a 10, right? I want to at least 2 times my money. That's what I've been using for the longest time, and it's worked for me. So you have to find cards where you could actually 2 times your money. Now on Market Movers, which is a pretty solid resource, what you can do is go over to the intelligence report section and you could filter by raw to SGC 10 and see what cards you can actually make at least double your money on as an SGC 10. So that's number one. Number two, you want to be going over the timing, right? You don't want to be buying things while they're super hot or while the season just starts, because most guys go down once the season starts because most guys don't perform up to expectations. It's just kind of how sports cards works in general. So you want to be buying at the right time. Also, you only want to be buying newer cards, right? If we're going to be buying cards to get graded, you don't want to buy a card from 2015 because chances are it's changed hands 7 times. It's probably been tried to be graded before. Stick to newer cards, only 2025, 2024. It'll make your life a lot easier. And piggybacking off of that, you want to be using gemrate.com. Gemrate.com will let you look at a card and it'll tell you how hard it is to get an SGC 10 or a PSA 10. So if you're sending a card to SGC and only 12% of these cards get an SGC 10, even though you could maybe make 5, 6, 7 times your money, you'd rather buy a card that gets 50% SGC 10s, or you could triple your money. The math will work a lot more in your favor in the long run. And also, when you're first starting a sports card business, you're probably not skilled enough to buy a card that only grades 10% of the time and actually get a high grade, because those cards get damaged easier. They have a lot more things wrong with them. Okay, so to give you an example of this, I actually have one. So right now, while I'm speaking, a 2023 Lamine Yamal, who's a soccer player, if you guys don't know, Aqua Prism Refractor. You can buy this card for today, as I speak, for $60. And an SGC 10, while I'm speaking right now, the last sale did $178. great card to buy. It's only $60. It fits into your $500 budget. And the goal, you want to be buying cards like this multiple times a week, and maybe spending $100 the first week, then $200 the second week, and then another $200. Now you spent your $500, but you have cards coming back to you, right? And you want to keep this flow going, and then eventually gain enough money to start to send cards to PSA, where you could spend money for a month, 2 months without seeing a return, because PSA is going to take longer to get back to you. So there are great cards just like that. It took me about 5 minutes to find that card. There's tons of those cards all over eBay. Use market movers to determine what cards you should be looking for. Or what you could do is you can go to eBay, you can search for SGC 10s. Like, you could type in 2025 SGC 10s, and then just look at what SGC 10s sell for a lot of money, and just reverse engineer it, and then go find those cards on eBay. Okay, so that's a great way to start with under $500 and make a few bucks and get it in the door before starting to scale up. And then once you get these cards back, how to sell them, right? Where's the best place to sell your cards? It's the most common question I see and I get all the time. And the simple answer is actually to people on your phone. Let me explain. So the best place to start selling cards when you first start is either card shows, which I know is not possible for everybody, Facebook, or Instagram. Why? Because you pay no fees and you gain people's contact information. Okay. When you go and sell a card on Facebook, now you have this guy's Facebook Messenger, or maybe you get his cell phone number. And in the future, when you have more cards to sell, if you were able to do a deal with somebody once, chances are you could do a deal with them again and save their contact information in a spreadsheet. So when you get cards back in the future, you could message this person and ask them, hey, do you want these cards? And because you've built up trust, a lot of time they'll just send you straight cash via Venmo or Zelle. And instead of selling a card on eBay, where if you auction it, you don't know what you're going to get, you're going to pay about a 13% fee, you could sell it to someone where they'll pay you 95%, which is great for them because they saved money and you saved money as well. So since you're cutting out the middleman, eBay in this instance, both of you guys win. So that is the simple way to start a sports card business in under 7 days with under $500. Hopefully this makes sense. I'll drop a free PDF down below this video so you can see what I'm talking about in step-by-step format. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you folks in the next one. Cool. Hopefully that helped you guys out just a little bit. We'll get into the callers now. Thank you very much. We'll get into the callers. I'll drop the phone number down below. You guys can begin calling in to 813-618-2075. I don't think we have any callers yet. Yep, no callers yet. So let's let it begin. Let it begin. What I'll do for the first few callers, I will give away a free Starbucks gift card to the first 3 callers. Love the new studio. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. While I wait for some callers, you guys want to see some cool stuff I bought? I forgot if I showed this in the last podcast, but I was super pumped for all this stuff. Check this out. Check this out right here. Hold on. Let me just sign in. Hold on. Let me sign in just so you guys can't see all my information, because I love you guys, but not that much. But I want to show you guys all my information. Check out some of these suckers that I purchased. By the way, the queue's open, so you guys could begin calling in. This is some of the cards. Not highest bid. Let's do filter by only cards I won. There we go. Check this out. Pretty cool. I actually overpaid for this Gowdy Ruth a little bit. These are some cards I bought in auction, but we got our first caller, so let's let it rip. You have Eric. You're live.
Eric, good morning.
What's up, man? Who's calling? I got to start saving people's contact information.
This is Aaron, aka Tappenberg. So I'm on Whatnot and Instagram selling sports cards, mostly baseball.
Cool. Is this your first time calling in?
First time calling in.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool, dude. How can I help?
First, I just want to say I appreciate all the info, dude. Awesome job with everything.
Thanks, man.
Watching your content.
What's been, I always like to ask people, what has been the single most helpful thing you've learned?
Ooh, your game at the sport card shows. Just the way you negotiate. Very easygoing. Always kind of establish a connection. Look at some common sales. And then shoot them an offer.
You know, it's funny because some people think I'm an asshole.
You have to you have to be a little bit of an asshole in this game.
Yeah, it's the sports card shows are funny, especially when you go up to dealers because sometimes dealers just like they're just total dicks, and it's hard to be nice. And then sometimes they're really nice, and you can have a nice, friendly conversation. But I've been told that if you ever look at the comments on Instagram, I've been told that I don't buy cards and I just lowball, and I don't actually purchase anything yet. I do spend over 6 figures a month on cards, but yeah, cool, yeah. I'm yeah, I can go into that for hours, but yeah, what's your question? How can I help you?
Okay, what do you think of the whole PSA scandal? I'm sure you've read everything and seen it online of this where they're buying cards back from us and then either cracking them and then regrading them as tens. Just that whole madness. How do you feel about that?
Okay. So hold on one second. We're just turning on a second camera. Cool. Okay. Okay. So the PSA scandal. Can you just repeat the question one more time? The mic actually went out on our end for a second. Just repeat it one more time.
No, all good.
Go for it.
Okay, so the PSA scandal is what I'm seeing online is that PSA is buying cards back from us. So they're grading our
Yep.
cards, they're buying them back from us, and then regrading them. Sometimes where they previously graded it as a 9, and then all of a sudden it shows up as a 10, and then they're selling it on their vault and just making the profit.
Yeah,
that's an easy trade for them.
So that's some shady shit, right?
Oh,
So
so shady, but they're also the monopoly. Just like you were talking about 5 minutes ago, you have to go with PSA if you want to make money. I like SGC though. I have 100 cards at SGC right now.
yes,
So it's like,
so these are my honest thoughts coming from. This is a thought. So like, okay, if you're just like a sports card guy, and that's what you do, I know on the surface it looks terrible, and it is. But in reality, coming from a business owner that owns a business like that's decently big, not near the size of PSA, but so PSA would right. Nat Turner, who's the owner, is obviously very intelligent. He took over PSA like in the beginning of the pandemic. He turned the whole thing around, and the thing is worth billions of dollars. I can promise you, PSA does not give a shit to make a few $100s on a bunch of different cards. They would never do that to risk their reputation. Okay, just think about it logically, right? They make billions of dollars. Would they ever sacrifice their reputation to make like a few $1,000 on some cards? Of course not, right? In reality, what probably happened, and this is just a guess, so PSA as a company and the owner, the CEO, is worth hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. However, graders at PSA or managers or whoever's in charge of the vault, this is a regular person, probably getting paid anywhere between 60 to 150 grand a year. A few $100s means a lot to them. So they were probably the one inside of PSA doing that shady shit. Like, dude, like in reality, like sports cards, it's great. It's this wild west. It's an unregulated market, and it's crazy. You can make really good money really fast, right? You don't have to apply to anything to start selling sports cards or get any type of like regulation, which is great. But at the same time, that are unregulated, people are greedy, right? It's just how humans work. So, you'd be a fool to not think all sorts of shady shit happens all the time with these grading companies. Like, you don't think these, and I can't say this for a fact, but you don't think that these grading companies, these friends who are graders, like, oh, dude, like, give me a PSA 10 on this card that I sent you, and you don't think that shit happens? Yeah, of course it does, and I'm sure PSA has things in place where like you can't grade your friends' cards, but dude, I mean, it happens. Like I could even speak for like people are greedy. Like I have employees like salespeople where like they'll try to skirt the system just a little bit so they can make an extra few bucks and try to get an extra few sales, which I can't blame them, right? They're competitive as a lot of people are. So like PSA, it's shady as fuck, but like the PSA as a company they're not so stupid where they would do that. It's probably a few employees on the inside who didn't think they would get caught, but they did.
Yeah, appreciate that insight. And then another question, I know a local grading company. It's a smaller company, not too many people know it. It's based in the Bay Area. I believe it's DSG. I might be misquoting that.
Okay.
But I talk to the owner every show. He's always there. They're putting out their product. So we started talking about graders being specific into certain cards. So say Pokemon or vintage or modern. It's very hard to find graders that are good at all three. So you have all these employees and all these graders, and what PSA did, I think I read 300,000 cards this past month or something like that.
Okay.
How do you think it goes if you have graders that aren't good at all cards?
Well,
So,
dude, gradient card is I don't think there's much merit to that. Like gradient card is gradient card. Like you're looking at the corners, edges, centering, surface. They have, to my knowledge, I actually looked this up the other day. To my knowledge, the way cards are graded is they're using some sort of AI to help the grader detect like problems, and then the grader looks at it himself and makes the final call. So like they're assisted a lot. They're not doing much. And dude, like a Pokemon card is really not much different than a sports card. It's the corners, the edges, the centering, and the surface. It's all the same shit, to be honest with you.
so let's talk vintage then, because vintage is a whole different ballgame.
Whole different ball game. Yeah, and they'd probably have, they definitely get in way less vintage cars than modern, but they probably have specific graders for vintage. But like, dude, anything can be taught, right? Like,
Yeah.
I have like our best salesperson, for example, knew nothing about sales 6 months ago, and we taught him step by step. So like, they could teach you, they could teach me, they could teach anybody how to grade cards. It's a skill. It's like it's not too hard to like, look for discoloring, look for corners, look for bad centering. It's not like, things learning calculus is 100 times harder than that. So it's not that hard to teach a regular Joe Schmo.
Okay, cool.
But what I will say, and what I'll leave you off with, kind of what you alluded to, I think just like there is huge opportunity for another grading company to come in the door, obviously. But the problem, so like, and this is something for you to think about, and maybe you could tell this to your buddy. The problem is like gradient card is gradient card. There's not much you could do different. Like, yeah, you can make the slab look a little bit cooler, and you could change the grades to maybe have 9.5s or something. But the way a grading company is going to compete with PSA is by influencer marketing. The reason SGC, HGA, these other grading companies can't compete is because the trust is not there. PSA is 20, 30, like 40, 50, 60 years of trust. That's why PSA 10s sell for more than other 10s, right? The way you gain that trust in a short period of time is by using influencer marketing. So paying Tom Brady, paying guys who people trust to use and show off this new fake grading company I'm talking about to quickly build that trust. But once again, that costs tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars in marketing, so you need a lot of funding. So like that would be the way to compete, right? Because you're trying to compete with 50 years of trust. Because PSA really, for the most part, is a pretty trustworthy company. Like they don't really like, I know they did this shady thing, but so that's how you would compete. Like just starting up a grading company and posting in Facebook groups saying, "Hey, I have this new grading company. It's not going to do much. You need heavy influencer marketing to build trust. Just like it's no different than like a girl's pair of underwear. If girls see Kim Kardashian wearing it, it's going to sell out instantly because people trust her beauty. Her beauty, brain.
So true. And the hobby is very momentum based.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Doing one thing, it's like, oh yeah. Then we all kind of just funnel.
Yeah, and like you don't think, dude, like you could pay like, let's say I created this grading company called Eric Michaels Grading Company. I could pay Steph Curry 20 grand to just, have one of his cards in my graded case and just showing off saying like, man, I love these new grading companies. I've been collecting my own cards here for a while and I'm putting them all in Eric Michaels Grading Company because like these cards look dope. Like that'll gain so much trust so fast. It just costs a lot of money because Steph Curry is Steph Curry.
And I guess it would take a long time for the prices to show up because me as a reseller, what's the first thing everybody looks at? Okay, comp, recent sale. If I don't have cards sold by Eric's Grading Company to compare to, people are going to say, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you got to be able to get. It's like you just need to gain momentum. Once the momentum starts, there's never been momentum with another grading company, right? Like there was momentum with Pokemon this year. There's momentum with One Piece. There's momentum with, I forgot what it's called, like Arenas Club or like Bo Jackson's cards or whatever the hell they're called. Like You just got to gain some initial momentum. That's done by having heavy influencers who people trust and athletes, using your grading company. That'd be the way to do it.
Totally. Eric, I appreciate your time, but I got to go run.
Yeah, dude. Do your thing. Thanks for calling in.
All right, my man. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was a lengthy conversation. I'm calling you folks back from Athens, Tennessee. That's what it says. Calling you back, Tennessee. You were the only 10 I see. Remember that one? That was bad. That was pretty bad, right, Tori? Maybe that's why I was single for 9 years, right? My girlfriend's in the other room. Thank God I've never said that to her. But I might say it to her after this. I'm calling. We have a few callers in the queue. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. It's Sean over here in Georgia.
Sean, you said?
Yes, Sean.
What's up, Sean? How may I be of assistance?
So I actually got it. I think it's a pretty simple question. Pretty simple answer, but just to wrap my head around it.
Yep.
So I started buying the baseball like immediately. Like as soon as we were like, hey, it's baseball time, good to go. So I have basically like them coming in weekly, but I'm sitting on like 100 cards, and there are a lot of prospects and stuff like that, and their prices really haven't increased yet, which I understand. They haven't hit spring training, they haven't popped, So I guess the issue I'm running into, because this is the first time I've ever done baseball, is like just funding. Like I'm having thousands of dollars of inventory just sitting here, and we're waiting till February, March, and I'm like, okay, do I sell these? Because they did, if they're 10s, they did increase in value. Do I just take that profit? But it's not going to be anywhere near the like for instance, like Justin Crawford's, Lazar Montez, like these Tommy Troy's. Like I have a bunch of these prospects that we know are going to increase in value exponentially February, March. But for now, it's just sitting in a case. So I guess
are these cards you graded yourself?
Correct. Yes.
So give me here. I'll change the way you think about this and help you. Give me an example of a card you bought that you got graded. How much did you pay for it? What card is it?
I'd have to. So there was a purple Bowman first Tommy Troy. I think it's like a $40 card raw. I put 27 into it for grading.
Okay, let me just look this card up. So it's what year is it? 20.
I think it's 24.
Bowman Chrome. Is it autographed or no?
Yes. Yeah, purple. Yes. I think it's like out of $299. It's purple. Bowman first auto. Tommy Troy.
Man, it's that cheap. Wow. It's goodbye. Mega box or the regular?
The regular.
Let's see.
And again, there's money in there because it pops to 10, and I do see like the momentum starting to go, but I guess it's just FOMO missing out if these guys get called out.
What did you pay for it?
That one at the time I paid $42.
And what did you pay for grading?
27.
So wait, what you mean 2023?
Yes, 2023. Yeah, sorry.
So so this specific card, man, one just sold way too cheap. Jesus Christ. But let me just look this up. Yeah, maybe this specific card is worth holding. But what I was gonna say, so on an average card, like if you spend $50, so like you should only be buying stuff where if you got it back today, you would double your money or more. Okay.
Yeah.
So like if you buy a card for $100 and you get it graded, and let's say it's worth $250 now, it's like, should I hold it? Should I not? Like holding a card, dude, it's not gonna double. Like it could, but like probably not. You're hoping it goes up 20-30%, which would be solid. But like think about it. Is it worth holding the card for 2 more months to make 20-30% when you could just take the money right now and buy more cards and do what you did and get more cards back from grading, which will actually double your money? The reason you buy it, like especially if you're newer and your funds are like a little bit short, the reason you buy in the off season still is just because it's a safe bet that the card won't go down. However, if you bought Jaden Daniels, high chances cards go down. So you're just putting yourself in the best possible position. So as you just don't want the card to go down while it's taking 2 months to get graded. So you should still sell it now because the cash is worth more to you than it is in 2 months. However, don't sell it if you have enough cash to keep spending. Then, okay, take the extra 20%. It goes up, hopefully, your 30%. So, if you're short on cash, it's not worth holding and sitting on your hands and doing nothing to make an extra 20%. It's just not mathematically.
Gotcha. I guess the question would be, because now we're going into like, all right, if I start sending these in at that service, we're going to be, these prospects are going to be starting to get called up and such. So would it be better to take that profit and invest it into like Otani, Yamamoto, like more veteran baseball players, or would you go back to prospects?
I prefer prospects. It's a little bit higher risk but higher reward. But let me think here.
Again, this is my first baseball thing, so that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming these cards are going to double. Like, $42 Tommy Troy gets called up. I assume it's going to be
that could
$200, $250.
No.
It gets called up. So
okay. So like, just to be clear, right? You're selling these cards before the season begins, right?
Yeah. We're waiting for spring training, right?
Yep. Yeah. Spring training, or even like before spring training, just the hype of baseball and the hype of him possibly making the majors will increase his value. But be careful, because if you're buying cards and using the $20 service, you don't want to get these cards back after the season. Even if it's Otani, like, I know as great as Otani is, odds are his value will be worth less than it is today.
I actually stopped using the $20 service. I actually have ChatGPT, but it's more of a turn and burn. So the extra $7 on a card is worth it.
Oh yeah,
if you're going to be doing this long term. So I'm all for like spending extra money and not doing bulk and getting my cards back 2 months earlier. Because that's another 2 months that another card could be out there. So kind of what you were saying earlier. Take the money and take the profit and just keep turning and burning. So I get that. I guess the question was, again, this is my first time with baseball, so I just didn't know how much these prospects, where the ceiling would be. Do I take the double up and run with it, or do I hope for them to do something
The
else?
answer is take the double up and run with it if you're a little bit shorter on funds. And because these guys aren't going to, you're aiming for 20, 30%, right? You're not aiming for it to double. It could, it happens, but odds are it'll happen like one or two players, maybe.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, cool. That makes sense to me.
Cool. Any other questions?
No, that's all I got for you right now.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah, good luck. Keep me updated on how it goes.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. The queue is... Are we open? We're open. Someone calls from Tennessee, but he did not answer. So the queue is officially open. Yep. Let's see. We have some questions in the chat. So wrong on Otani. He's an outlier. He's a GOAT. Yes, he is a GOAT, but just odds are the season he had won't be repeated. It's very hard to do that, to pitch that well and hit that well. So I'm just talking from experience, right? Obviously, you never know. It could go up way more, but I don't know. Just in my experience, it doesn't. I tried to call, no answer. Call back. Nat Turner. Why is Nat Turner? I don't know that much about him. Is he a sketchy guy? Nat Turner? Because I have no idea. I'm not sure. Guy's a fraud. P.S. I don't think he's talking about me, though, so which is good. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. I just played in a pickleball tournament in Lakeland, Florida. That was fun. It's a good town. It's nice over there. Don't mess with parking issues. Thank you for the advice. Oh, while I wait for someone to call in, why don't we do one of these? Why don't we actually go over some cards to buy? I got to stop doing this if someone calls in, by the way. But why don't we go over some stuff to buy? Let's look at some Bowman Chrome. Actually, you know what? Let's go over to Market Movers. Let's see. I'm so excited. We're in the middle of building our own software that's going to be something like this, except on steroids, but a lot simpler to use. It's going to be pretty dope. Let's look at what cards. Actually, I have some cards that I need to send off for grading, which I forgot about that I bought at this card show. The queue is open, just to let you folks know. Callers have been a little bit less. Could be because of the holidays. Let's look at cards that are $200. We can't filter by year, but let's see. Raw to gray. These are all like super. This is what I mean. You can't filter. Let's see. Draymond Green Silver Prism. Wow. Yeah, I'd like to filter by year. I only want to look at cards that are a little bit newer. Ty Cobb Downtown. That really sells for that much money. Wow. This is a nice card. This anime Aaron Judge. This is not that helpful. Why don't we look at just some cards ending on eBay? Minimum $100. Let's look at cards only with at least one bid. Let's just look at some Bowman Chrome stuff and see what's ending. Yamamoto stained glass. I wonder what this does. I didn't even know there was a stained glass Bowman Chrome card. That's pretty sick. Bowman Yamamoto stained glass. Wow, this card does this much money? $300. Oh, PSA, this is the problem. A PSA 10 only did 400. So that's no good. It's a sick card, but it's no good for what we're trying to do over here. Trey Yasevich. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's a little off-centered. No good there. Nolan McLean. He's pretty solid for the Mets. He's a pitcher. Gunnar Stockton. Bowman Chrome University. It's too high because of all the playoffs going on. I'm going to stay away from those. Right now, Rodriguez. Fernando Mendoza. His stuff is booming right now. Let's see this. JJ Weatherholt. Let's look this up in Market Movers. JJ Weatherholt Bowman Chrome Auto. Let's see what this sells for. Wow, PSA 10's 500. It's going up. You can see it's trending up. Raw is 195. Yeah, like mid to high 100s. See if these people grade cards. This is a bigger store. Oh, I got to come back to this. We have a caller. Hey, hey, you have Eric. You're live.
What's going on, man?
What's up? What's your name?
Antonio.
Oh, it's Antonio. What's up, dude?
Nothing much, man. Digging a new studio. Everything was great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I think you were just getting off talking to this gentleman about what I had a question about right now because we're in a weird area where, like you said, spring training is February 20th. Kind of like, last baseball cards going out. Probably not going to come back now in time. And then, there's the downside of Pokemon. You could probably find something, like you said, once you check the market, that have leveled off and probably pretty consistent. But can you do what happened last time is maybe it's tough, though. I know week by week basis, especially with Philip Rivers coming off the couch, which is that's another thing. Looking at some football to buy.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah, I'd be buying the guys that are down. So I'd be buying McCarthy. As crazy as that sounds. Well, McCarthy, I'd only be buying McCarthy if I think he's going to start next year.
Yeah.
Which I can't tell. It's kind of risky because if he doesn't start, his value won't go back up. But him, Jaden Daniels, I love Jaden. I'm, no financial advice here, but I love Jaden Daniels. I think he's a great buy right now. He's, I still think he's a star. I think the Commanders will get some more pieces. I think his value will go up a lot. Nobody's buying him. His value's down so much. Like his Silver Prism, if you look at his Silver Prism.
Yeah, man, because if they're going to Philip Rivers, are you serious? There has to be. Come on, man. There's somebody out
Yeah, their
There's
options are limited.
There's another QB out there besides you just jumped to Philip Rivers.
Well, who else is there?
I know, that's what I'm saying. So you were getting at Jaden Daniels, right? You can't be scared of that because he's it right now. There's nobody else. You can't call upon anybody else to come move up.
Yes, and also Jaden Daniels. I just like, if you, I just like how much he's down right now because I still think he's a good quarterback. I think people realize that, and I just think people will start buying him in like February, March, and April, which will drive up his value.
For sure.
So Jaden Daniels is a solid one. McCarthy, if you have a set of balls that I may not. Michael Penix is another one. I'm not saying these guys are good quarterbacks, but I just think they're good investment opportunities right now.
Yeah, these are the ones you're saying, like, you have the 50-50, and I'd rather put money on this than trying to go to, where can we gamble here in Texas? Like, fuck, like Charles. Yeah, like you're saying, like, I'm going over there, and your odds are just completely screwed. But then also, like, I know there's QBs are probably the only main ones. Secondary, maybe. Is it going to be, I think wide receivers a little bit bigger than RBs. What do you think?
I wouldn't touch any of that stuff right now. Yeah, yes, you're right. Receivers are a little bit more in demand than running backs, but I wouldn't.
Okay. That's perfect. All right. That's what I'm going to keep doing. Yeah, just trying to find something to fill that middle ground, like I said, because, like you said, just watching all the other markets, Pokemon's kind of like cooled off a little bit. So it's like, okay, not trying to throw too much there, but enough to just still have things coming back, and then enough to now get me towards what the rest of the baseball cards are coming back.
Cool. Yeah.
Not to send any more up because they're not coming back in time.
Yep. So. Yep. Yeah. You can start buying football, buying the guys down. We're getting towards the end of the year. I can tell you I am. So.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Antonio. Thank you.
Take care. Send some locks.
Will do.
Later.
I think you said send some locks. I don't know if you want any locks from me. I had a bad week this past week. No, it was ugly. Ugly for the bank account. Calling you back from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Please leave your message.
Oh, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is not answering. Oh, he's calling back. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
How you doing, Eric? This is Greg. How you doing?
What's up, Greg? How can I help?
Hey, I had a question. I have a card.
Okay.
Around Harrisburg, New Cumberland.
Cool. What's the card you have?
I hear you.
Yeah, I hear you too. You're good.
Okay. The card is a 1994 Topps Gold Billy Wagner.
Okay.
209. Now, I spoke to you about 2 months ago, and you suggested getting a card ladder, which I did.
Yep.
So I have a question. The last sale was back in February 2025. And
hey, I think there's some background noise. I think you might have me on the laptop and I hear myself.
Yeah.
If you could just mute that, it's a little.
Is that okay now?
Yep, it's better. Go for it.
Okay, thank you. So I was wondering, the card ladder, the estimate value, they're saying it's $278. And the last sale was in February of 25, $202.50. So how do I sell it? Do I sell it if I want to sell it at $278?
Is it a PSA 10?
Yes.
It's Topps Gold.
Yes.
Let's take a look. So you're asking me what it should sell for?
Well, I know the last sale was $202.50, but card ladder is saying $278. That's the value. So when do I sell, or how do I sell this, and at what price?
So I see the last sale to 203 in February of 25.
Yeah, well, I'm looking on their sales thing, and it says February 1, 202.50. It was an auction.
Yep, that's it. So it's probably worth more than that. I would I'd ask 300. I think you can get. I know the last sale was 203, but I think you can get like 250 to 275 on it.
Okay, yeah, card ladder saying 278 estimated value.
Yeah, that's actually I would assume that's about right. Because all the other sales before were, I think that's just one random low sale. Because all the other sales were like 300 plus, and then and then also the vintage market is up since then. So yeah, I think you can get closer to 300.
Okay, and another question that I have: cards that I get graded that like I'm like the first graded card.
Yep.
Now, how do I base a price on a 10 versus a raw?
It depends.
What the
It depends on the cards. So that's something. If it's the first graded one, it's probably something I'd want to auction because auctions do very well with that stuff. But just look at others. So if it's like, for example, a Caleb Williams Prism something, and there's no sales of it, but there's a sale of Jaden Daniels, and it did 3 times raw. Expect yours to do about 3 times raw. So just look at it. Another player, another card from the same product. It should do around the same.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Yeah, thanks for the info. Appreciate it.
Cool. Sweet, dude. Thanks for calling in.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Got another caller from Louisiana. Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
What's going on, man?
What's up? How can I help? Or first,
Hey, man.
what's your name?
My name's Chris. I'm out of Louisiana.
What's up, Chris? Yeah, I hear the accent. I hear the southern accent.
Look, man, I'm a vendor. I've been beat up on this card. So I have a Josh Allen Sparkle Zoom PSA 9.
What year?
It's a 2023.
Okay.
There's no sales on it, but everybody's comparing it to Lamar Jackson Sparkle that sold. But if you look at the Zoom 2024 out of 5, it goes for like 600.
So let's see. It's a Josh Allen 2023 Sparkle Zoom
Yeah, Zoom Sparkle.
or Zoom, and there's no sales,
No sales.
but there's a sale of Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Let's take a look.
But it's a population. The Sparkle Zooms are only 2 out of 2, you know.
Okay, so this is what I would do. So Lamar Jackson's at 225, right?
Yes.
And then let's see a 2023 Panini Zenith Lamar Jackson. Let's see. Is there like what's another type of Zenith card? Like a let's see this. Hold on, I gotta find another type of Zenith card and compare them. I'm just trying to see how much more Josh Allen sells for than Lamar Jackson.
But the Patrick Mahomes did 1,500.
So Josh Allen is probably somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
So let's see. Zoom Lamar. Hold on, I'm looking. I'm trying to find this. Zoom. Is it on Market Movers?
No. I'm the only one that's ever had one.
Aha. Found it. According to this, I'm assuming this is the right card, right? It's number 31.
No, it's not numbered.
No, like it's the card it has red letters Zoom behind it. It's Josh Allen in a blue jersey. He's holding the football in one hand, in his right hand.
Yes.
And yeah, so there's a bunch of sales on Market Movers. It seems kind of low, but
no, it's a Sparkle though.
Oh, it's a Sparkle. So that Sparkle makes it. Oh, I see the.
Yeah, there's only 2.
Got it. Well, just knowing Lamar Jackson and Mahomes, Josh Allen sells in between them. So I priced it at like 700. See what happens. Or did you get it graded?
Yes, it's PSA 9.
Yeah, I would say like 600 to 700 would be my guess. But that might be something I'd auction. To be honest, I just think something like that could do pretty solid.
Yeah, I just compared it with a 2024 out of 5, you know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's probably around. Yeah, it's somewhere in between Mahomes and Lamar. So I think that's safe to say something or somewhere around there.
You gonna be at the Dallas show this year? I mean, this coming up?
No, probably not. Is that in January?
Yes.
Probably not. I'm kind of the Dallas show. I've been there so many times. It's kind of I don't know. It's hard to get deals done with the dealers sometimes.
You bought from me before.
I did. Well, never mind. I bought from you too. Or I bought from you. What did I buy from you?
I think it was a downtown. I'm not real sure. It was beginning of the year, I think.
I don't think it was a downtown. I've never bought a downtown card at a show before.
I can't remember, but we had a good little conversation.
Was it vintage?
It might have been a Kobe.
Could have been a Kobe.
Yeah.
Could have been.
I remember you bought something.
Who won the deal? Did I win or you won?
You won.
I won? Ah,
Yeah.
shit. I owe you. I owe you one then. What? Oh man, what's the card worth now? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. It was so crazy. It was so crazy.
Ah, shit.
Dallas was always shit crazy.
Yeah, it is. I think I was at the Tampa card show, and the Tampa card show is pretty. It's like the only big one in Tampa. It's like a few hundred tables, and I set up, and it was like 100 times better. So I'm probably never gonna go to a show again unless I could set up.
Yeah.
And there's like a wait list for Dallas, so might be kind of hard.
Well, save my number, man. We always looking for extra vendors.
For Dallas?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we got 2 tables right now.
How much you guys charging for a table?
That's something we can talk later.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you're saying you have the tables, that you have a few, and like you're giving off one of them.
Yeah, we might. During especially like November show and stuff, October show, we usually kind of get off of it.
What about the January one?
Nah, we'll be booked up that one.
Ah, damn, you're taking the good one. But yeah, I'll save your number. But didn't they? I don't know if I should be saying this out loud, but right, they don't really want you doing that, right?
Yeah, you gotta pay for that table for the whole year.
But they don't want you like leasing part of your table to someone else for a show, right? Or they don't care.
They don't want you to, but if you go around to every vendor and see their badges, that's not their real name.
Yeah. Oh, I know that. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. I'll save your number. I only go for one day, so it'd just be like a Saturday. I just set up all the cameras and do a bunch of deals and give away a bunch of stuff to kids, and it's basically what I do. So yeah, I'll save your number. What was your name again?
Chris Hall. Who that sports cards?
One more time. Sorry.
Chris Hall.
Chris
sports cards.
Chris Hall. Got it. Cool. Yeah. I'll save your number. I'm gonna have my CMO. His name is Kavi. He'll shoot you a text.
All right, Timmy.
All right. Thanks, bro.
All right.
See ya. That was convenient. I was looking for a table at the Dallas show. Middletown, New Jersey. I'll be in New Jersey in about a week with the girlfriend showing her New York City. I think we're calling you back.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Mr. New Jersey? You got Eric. You're live.
Yeah, Joe from Jersey. Same as you. What's going on, bro?
Nice, man. Where you from in Jersey?
Middletown, Monmouth County.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm originally from Wayne, like north.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you're more up north. Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah,
I grew over in Fairfield, so it's like not that bad.
Yeah, you ever been to Delucia's Pizza in Rahway?
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's what I do. So.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm a pizza guy.
Dude, that pizza is incredible.
Yeah, you could actually. I won 2020 Best in New Jersey for Asbury Park Press. You would know what that is.
Yep.
Yeah, good pizza guy over here. No, yeah, it's a great spot, man.
Yeah, there's another great spot in Nutley called Casano's. It rivals
I
it.
haven't been there, but I heard you talk about that a few days ago.
Oh my god, man! I had like 10 slices. Like wow.
It's that good?
Oh my god, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
Check that out. You said that's in Nutley, right?
Wait,
like East Rutherford.
Rutherford.
Yeah,
Rutherford, not Nutley. It's in Rutherford.
Oh, okay, Rutherford. Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, get the vodka pie and the tomato pie, and go there. Go.
I like vodka grandma style. Is always my shit. Right?
Oh,
dude.
dude.
You know what I'm talking about.
My mouth is watering being over here in Florida with no good pizza.
You got that Jersey pizza. Do you think Jersey? Yo, right now you bring Jersey pizza over New York all day.
Oh yeah. Jersey pizza's better.
It's not even close. Jersey got the best pizza, better than Italy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Jersey
you're right. You just pissed a lot of people off by saying that, but yes, I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah, we keep it clean on this, but yeah, I don't care what they think about.
Yeah, in Italy, the pizza's like weird. It's like thin. Honestly, I feel like the pizza in Italy, I could have put it in the oven. Got it frozen from like ShopRite.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, yeah, it's like a DiGiorno fire. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know how it left over there, came over here, got better, got some
But
translation.
that's because Americans are fat. We like good food. That's how.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. Yeah, it's more basic over there too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You're not getting any of the specialty stuff you see over here.
Yeah, but then
They'll
again,
look at you like they want to slap you.
yeah, but they are a lot skinnier over there. So I guess that's the upside.
Yeah, that's also true. That's true. Well,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that go into it. It's just, I mean, a lot of stuff in our food that's not in their food also. So
Yep, yeah, but
I'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah. How can I help you? How
All
can?
right, so real quick,
Yep.
let me ask you a question. I just got into this maybe a year and a half ago, right?
Okay.
And I started buying lots off of Facebook Marketplace. I did it with Kobe and I did it with Otani, and I did it a year and a half ago. I did really good on those because I wound up buying 9 raw Kobe's off of this guy.
Yep.
I sent out 8 for grading. I got 3 10s, and then I got 4 9s and a couple 8s.
Okay.
I got a really good set on him. And then I sent out a bunch of Otanis. And then I'm still waiting on one of them to come back. But they're not the greatest Otanis, but it's a 69 Decal Topps Heritage, which is actually going for $1,000 right now. I have no idea how. I bought that off the guy last year for $300. That was the only one graded in the lot of the Otanis that I bought off him. And he wanted $300 for it. What my big thing is, before I started doing that, I bought a lot of the small stuff. You know what I mean? The ones that are $5, $10.
Yeah.
Now, on eBay, I did one big sale, where I sold 40 cards that were all the $1 to $5, $7.
Yep.
And I still got a ton more. Should I keep doing them one by one to max out the profit, or should I just dump them in a different way?
Do you have the time to sell them one by one?
Oh, yeah, I don't need the money. It's just a hobby. I like sports.
Yes. Yeah, so do it one by one.
All right, so keep doing that with all of those. All right, I got that. And then one other question with the Otanis. I've heard, everybody say something different. Keep them, hold them, sell them. Now, since I don't need money, I like Otani. My whole goal was, honestly, I wasn't going to sell any Kobe. I'm not selling any of my Otanis, and I wouldn't sell any of my Wemby's. And where my, what's his name? Oh, my God. On the Lakers.
Luka, LeBron.
Yeah, Luka. Yeah, so my Lukas, my Wemby's, my Kobe's, my Otanis. Those are the 4 that I don't want to get rid of because I figure that names of those 4 are just never going to go down.
Yep.
They're the safest cards. So
keep
trying to accumulate as many of those as possible and just keep holding them.
Yeah, once again, who knows what the future holds, but I would not buy Otani or invest in him because odds, if I had to make a bet, if his value will be worth more or less in a year from now, I would say less. To keep up the pace he's at is just very hard. So Kobe, yeah, it'll probably keep going up. Those other guys that are retired. Luka, I don't know, 50-50. I'd much rather buy Kobe to hold long term than Luka or Otani. But odds are, I know Otani's coming off this incredible season. They won it all. But odds are just...
You don't think the worldwide factor, the fact that he's huge over Japan and America, there's more Japanese players coming over. He's by far, I think, the greatest baseball player I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think
41.
Yeah, I think he's the greatest.
Before him, it was Bonds. Before that, it was Bonds. Bonds was the greatest player. He didn't need to take steroids. He was already going to be a 500. He was going to the Hall of Fame, career 300 hitter, one of the greatest players of all time, hands down, better than Willie Mays' uncle. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's a shame what happened.
Yeah, I think Otani's the greatest athlete of all time, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
But
nobody with the pitching, that's what I'm saying, since Bonds. Because Bonds hitting-wise, I still think Bonds hitting-wise, there's nobody that's ever been... I take the steroids out because everybody was doing steroids.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you had to bet $10,000 this upcoming year, it's either yes or no. If Otani will win the MVP, you could take Otani or you could take everybody else in the NL. Which way would you go?
I'll put $10,000 on Otani and win MVP because I think he's going to be healthy pitching this year, and it's not going to be a question.
Okay, so then it
might be unanimous.
Yeah. Okay.
If he pitches the whole year, it's not even a question.
Big if, right?
He can hit 330 home runs, and then if he pitches a number 2 starter, even that's still MVP.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
Yeah, you're right. But the unfortunate reality is, odds are he probably won't pitch the whole year. It's just.
Oh, I think he won't. Yeah, I think they're going to baby him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so most people, I could tell you what Vegas would say. If you had to bet Otani versus the field, you would get odds with Otani. You'd get plus 200, plus 300. That they're telling you, Vegas is telling you that odds are Otani won't be MVP if he's not.
Yeah, because that's money for them. No, I know how betting works.
Yeah. So, but I'm just telling you, like, in my opinion, I think his value will be less in a year from now. So I just don't think it's a good buy right now because it's so high. That's all.
Okay, so not other than just not buying the Otanis, you wouldn't since I don't need the money, you wouldn't sell the Otanis. I'm waiting for the day that he retires.
Yeah, if you don't, if you don't need,
the card's gonna be $5,000 now.
Yeah, if you don't need the money, just keep it.
Keep that. Kobe's. What about the Kobe's? Because Kobe's are fair price, I think, right now. So I'm huge into trying to pick up. But if they're not, let me ask you this: a lot of them aren't gradable to where it's so hard. Besides that lot that I did, I sent out a few other Kobe's that I've picked up here and there, and I think I've gotten 110. PSA sucks; they take too long, and all this stuff with it. So, what I'm trying.
If it was me, I would sell the Otanis while they're very high, and I'd buy more Kobe's if it was me.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I trust that longer term investment more than Otani, and then you could buy back Otani when I think it'll be worth less than a year. Obviously, it's a guess, but
I'm a diehard Laker fan, and I'm not an Otani fan, and that's the only sport that I really follow anymore. It's still basketball and football. So, and I'm a Dolphins fan only because I have family. You know how Jersey is, family in Florida. I have Deerfield Beach. You know, all so you know what I'm saying. Right, I don't know. So if I get rid of all those other cars and you just keep the Kobe's, what you're saying, I would get rid of everything and just get more.
That is what I would do. I invest long term, and what I buy, I don't really buy many Kobe's to hold long term. But
buy so let me ask you this one more question.
Yep.
So if I say I liquidate all the other cards, right? And I have without the Kobe's, I probably have 7,000-8,000 worth of cards.
Okay.
So then you would buy one Kobe. Or would you buy 2-3 Kobe's? You know what I'm saying? Would you try to split up 7 grand over a grid? Because I would only be buying graded 10s, you're saying, right?
If you're holding it long term, only rookies graded PSA 10s that I go for. So you could buy the 1996 Topps PSA 10s. Those are $1,000.
I got one of those.
Or you could do Topps Chrome refractors.
I have the Skybox and I have the Bowman Chrome.
Yeah.
In 10. I have those 10 Kobe's. But I don't have the green or any of the other some of the cooler ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the base Topps. It's not the chrome one. I wish it was the chrome. It's the the regular Topps.
Yep.
And then the Bowman one is really cool.
Yeah. My opinion. By the way, I gotta let you go here because I have a big queue of callers. But whatever it is, 1996 Topps Chrome or Topps rookies, preferably PSA 10s. If it was my choice, I would divvy it up into 2 or 3 different cards. Just make sure it's his actual rookies.
Oh yeah, no, I got that. So none of those 2000 with the sky all that.
No, personally, I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't.
Okay, I appreciate it. I'll give you a call back next week. I'm sure I'm on the question when I have to list some of these cards. There's a few that I don't know the prices on that are autos. I had another question. I didn't know about grading with autos. I'll ask you that next time. I know you got a bunch of
cool. Yeah. Sorry, I got a big queue.
Go do what you gotta do. Have a great day, all right, bro?
Thanks, bro. Thanks for calling in. Bye. All right, we got Portland, Oregon. I think I just hung up on you on accident. Sorry.
Hi.
Hello, you got Eric.
I have a question about holding a couple players.
Go for it.
I started to buy a bunch of Bryce Young.
Okay.
I bought around 250s worth, just those optic scopes and those prism things, just PSA 10s. Do you think that's a good hold, or would you recommend selling?
Selling.
Okay. And I also have this McCarthy. That's 300.
Yep.
Would you recommend holding that?
What's your budget for buying cards?
I can spend I probably can spend $300.
I'd sell it.
Okay. The McCarthy?
Yep. I'd sell both if it was me and I was in your shoes.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Sounded like he was in the bathroom at school, right? He was hiding from the teachers to call in. That's what it sounded like.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man? What's your name?
Javier. This is my first time calling in, so I've been watching your show on YouTube, and now I just found out you're on Instagram. So,
Cool. Well, welcome, Javier. How may I be of assistance?
well, I had a question because I just kind of got into this whole card thing.
Yep.
It's been like maybe 4 months. Strictly NFL cards. I tried the eBay thing for like a week, but I guess I got impatient because you have something up for like 6-7 days. So someone told me, "Hey, do Whatnot." So I've been doing Whatnot a lot, and I'll be honest, every show I just go under. So I'm like, do you think there's any money in Whatnot, or should I just
Oh,
go
no.
back to eBay?
So, are you breaking and opening up cases and boxes and packs?
No. I buy from Whatnot, and whatever I get in, I sell.
Yeah, that's in my opinion, not a good idea. Whatnot's a good place to sell because people are very uneducated and cards go for way more than they should. But buying, for the most part, no good. I wouldn't.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I'm trying to get my wife to get me. It's like she doesn't like this hobby that I do because I spend a lot of money, which she's right. But yeah, I've been doing Whatnot for 3 months now, and there's a couple times I broke even. But just like my last show, I spent like I want to say $600 on cards and only made like 300, and then I had to package all this stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just buying cards to buy cards and you don't have a strategy. I'd watch more of my shows and my videos. They'll help you out a lot, but you want to be buying cards, getting them graded, selling them. But eBay, for the most part, is the best place to find these cards to buy. Your wife doesn't like it because you're losing money, not because you're spending money. It's because you're not making money.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, yeah, that's my only question. I guess I'm just gonna take that advice and run with it.
Cool. Yeah. Go watch some of the videos on the channel. It'll help you out a lot.
Okay, yeah, I think I've watched almost all your YouTube channels, YouTube videos, and then I found you on Instagram, so I'm trying to catch it every Wednesday.
Cool. Well, sweet. Well, we also go live on YouTube as well. It's easier to watch it on there. If you go to the Eric Michaels Show YouTube and you go to the live section, you'll see all the lives there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I thought only you can watch the reruns, like after you guys are done.
No, the lives go on there right away. And then we clip the live and turn it into like a edited YouTube video at the beginning of it. But the lives, yeah, you can watch them all right there. That'll be very helpful for you.
Okay. Well, hell yeah, man. I appreciate the advice. I'm gonna take that and stop this Whatnot thing. So.
Cool. Yeah. Hopefully, I saved you some money.
Yeah, and my wife will probably thank you later about it. So.
Well, happy to help. Have a good one.
You as well.
All right. Bye bye. You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, how you doing, Eric?
What's up? Who's this?
It's my first time calling. I'm a big Spurs fan, and I collected a lot of Victors, and I was thinking about selling all my doubles. I have a lot of number 10s. What do you think on that?
I'd sell him right now. He's at an all-time high. If it was me, I'd sell.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Cool.
You have a good one.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
That was the fastest caller of all time. Well, cool. We'll give it a wrap there. Bunch of callers. Thank you very much for everyone for calling in. Monday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, we go live and do this thing. There'll be a free PDF down below. We'll stick it in there of what I was talking about earlier. How to start a sports card business with under $500 and under 7 days. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye-bye.